Hey guys,
I'm Reid.
and I'm Lacey.
And
welcome to Podheads. Today we're going to be talking about Gore, ways to die, but also video games.
Destiny 2 specifically.
Destiny 2 specifically. He goes on a whole rant about that. Avatar, M. Night Shyamalan.
And how bad his movies are.
We do kind of a blood pact. You'll find that out.
Yeah. We go on a bit of tangents. We go a little bit all over the place in this one.
Good.
And whether we wanted it or not, we have stepped into war with the Cabal on Mars. So let's get right into it.
It's nerve-wracking because we've never done this before.
Yeah, we've never done a podcast. If you're watching this, whether you're listening to it or you're watching it at home,
I'm the main character.
you're not the main character.
We recorded a test run at your house.
Yes, we did.
That was terrible, but you love to show it everyone because I say cum bucket. I'm sure we will eventually post that somewhere.
Yeah, it's gonna be like somewhere down the line in the making of Podheads.
You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to time this. So we're gonna start a timer.
So I can cut out the part where you're like, we need to get a timer.
No, it's fine. It keeps it genuine. Genuine.
I don't like genuine you.
I can cry on command. I will cry right now.
That's why she got the part.
Of?
Rakana in the new Ken Shark 3 Destiny fan film coming out this October. Follow the Kentuck 3 as they go and travel into the Black Garden looking for a mysterious device. That device being the divinity.
I guarantee you, a lot of my friends are gonna watch this because I've tried to promote this a little bit. They are not gonna know what the fuck you were talking about.
Which is why I have to tell them now. As long as I can plug it, we're good.
So that's one and done. We're done with that.
Yep.
That's done. That's over.
We're done with it.
Okay. We still need to record my lines for that. We haven't.
No, we haven't.
Okay, for anybody wondering, this is a Destiny 2, the video game.
The video game, Destiny 2, not the movie.
Destiny 2, the video game, but he's making a film out of it.
A short film.
Short film.
Very short
film. That I'm going to be voice acting in a teeny bit.
You're one of the main characters. A tiny bit.
I think I have the most lines.
I think you do. You're not even like the main character. And
No,
I think you do have the most lines.
I'm the main character.
You're not the main character.
I'm the main character. Why are they called ghosts? Those little things. Why are they called ghosts?
Because they are the reason you're alive.
How?
They bring bodies back to life.
How?
The light.
Is that like Destiny God? Destiny deity?
Destiny deity?
I don't know
There's
anything about Destiny.
Don't even start. Don't even let this first podcast be me talking about Destiny, because we're gonna hit 45 minutes in and I'm still gonna be on the same subject, bro. Because I will go off on Destiny.
we're 2 minutes in. If you want to go on for.
Okay, so look, there's some sex in the last city. Okay.
Oh, sex?
Communities, little sex,
sex.
Sec. SECTS.
I'm illiterate. You could say clans
They're
or
little groups in
Okay,
the city that wonder what the Traveler's about or why it's here and stuff. Because in the game, the Traveler is this big white ball that gives the players powers, this magical powers, and we're like, why is it here? Why did it stop moving? Because it showed up on Mars first, but now it's sitting on Earth, and it looks broken. Well, people wonder, and some people think, some of the groups in the city think that.
Don't hit the table! Don't hit the table!
Why'd you gasp?
Because
You said.
I didn't want you to hit the table.
So one of them thinks, I think it's Ulan Tan.
Elon Musk.
The guy that proposed the theory was Ulan Tan, I think. But there's a group that follow him and follow this theory that the light can't exist without the darkness. So eventually, if we do defeat the darkness in Destiny 2, the light's going to have to go with it.
If anybody feels bad about not knowing what he's saying, I feel the same. I have no idea what he's saying. What? Are you sad? Are you sad?
But some people think the Traveler's evil. It left the Fallen. So the Fallen race, the alien race, bro.
I've skipped all the cutscenes for that video game.
And then you watched one and you regretted it.
I have the game. Reid and I play Destiny sometimes.
A little bit.
I haven't played it in a while. I do need to play, but Reid and I play it sometimes, and I suck.
Occasionally.
Wait, it's not game. Valor? Is that the red one? What's the red game mode?
The red game mode, Crucible.
Yeah, I suck at Crucible,
The
but
red
I
game mode.
get bitches in Gambit.
You get bitches
I
in
get
Gambit.
absolutely.
That's what I'm
bitches
talking about,
in
dude.
Gambit.
Every new player likes Gambit until you like start playing it more, and then it becomes toxic. Because then the matchmaking system's like, oh, okay, you're pretty good at the game, and it starts matching you against sweats, and it never matches you against like noobs ever again.
No, I get mad at Gambit because I know you told me that there's roles and like some people kill more than other people do, but I'm like constantly like killing hoes.
You're like the Reaper role.
And then
I wish that
somebody
shit would
comes
come back.
up and just takes my motes, which are basically like coins in the game. They come up and like take my motes, and it.
Do you want to be like the Reaper and the Collector at the same time? That can happen. That can't happen.
No, it will happen. And I'll make it happen.
Okay.
I will pioneer what's called.
It's like the new Gambit Revolution.
Yes, absolutely. They just had an update. They're ready for a new one. Lacey is renovating the game.
Oh, okay.
I don't know anything about it.
Welcome to
but
This
I'm
Week
here.
at Bungie. We're gonna let Lacey take it away.
I'm here to make moves, money moves. You hear my back crack?
Oh my god.
I wonder if that picked up.
Yeah, I think it did.
Oh. I have early onset arthritis
In dementia.
and dementia. My memory's
She's already an old woman.
my memory's terrible. My joints are terrible. I'm terrible.
Well, that goes without saying. The other ones need to be said. That last part.
Does anybody need a podcast co-host?
Po-host? You guys need a po-host? A podcast po-host is the Kung Fu Panda version of podcasts. Because the panda's name is Po.
Sorry, I meant ho-coast. I meant whore. I meant ho.
Do you believe in ghosts?
Do I believe in ghosts? It's complicated.
This is what I'm talking about, right?
No, it's complicated because I just hit the microphone.
For audio listeners, she just fucked up and hit the microphone.
It's complicated because my mom, who's dead.
Just want to throw that one out there.
Just for trivia, my mom swears up and down that our old house used to be haunted. Like I've moved a lot. I've moved a lot. But the house that I was born in, we moved out of, and then we eventually came back to it. It's called the Evans house. And, like, my mom swears, and my stepdad swear up and down that it was haunted.
Do you think it was haunted?
I don't know, because my mom was high all the time. So, a lot of the stories I hear about our house being haunted is, like, from her.
I think it was just the voices in her head.
Yeah. She would, we would wake up in the morning and get ready for school, and she would ask us, like, what were you guys doing in the middle of the night? And we were like, we weren't doing anything. She's like, I swear that I heard you guys walking upstairs, which is weird because a lot of times in the middle of the night I would wake up.
Think she has sleep paralysis?
No, not like I would wake up and walk around, but I would wake up from like a noise. And, Mom could have been high, maybe like the house was settling, because it was an old house. And, growing up, we eventually had to sell the beds in our room. So Jacob and I started sleeping in the same bed as my mom downstairs. And one night, Jacob woke up. He had a flip phone at the time. My older brother, Jacob, woke up, and his phone was underneath the bed in the absolute middle of the mattress, and it was a king-sized bed. And it was a flip phone. He didn't, like, sleep with it, like, in his bed, next to his bed or anything. He would, like, put it, 4 feet away. That was the nearest table.
The mattress?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't in the mat. It was underneath the bed, like on the floor, in the exact middle of the bed. And it started happening like once a week, every now and then. And it was so far underneath the bed that we had to get a broom to get it out. And then it just started happening like every night, and it was like a joke that Jacob had to find his phone every morning. Yeah. There's no way he could have hid it under the bed.
You don't think he could have? You just toss it. Let me rephrase something. I don't believe one bit in ghosts.
You don't believe in ghosts? I don't know. It's complicated.
I don't. Dude, there's no, there's not good enough evidence there. Because nowadays, especially nowadays, you can doctor videos like that.
Especially nowadays.
You can doctor videos, you can doctor audio like that. So you need to be a witness to it. And everyone has a spiritual experience. They don't.
What about that night in the theater where you and I were cleaning theaters? We used to be co-workers, by the way. The night that we were cleaning theaters and you and I were sitting in one of the theaters having a deep talk and we started hearing banging from another room.
I know what it was now.
What was it?
Because I figured it out because me and Christina went to the same theater.
Why didn't you text me immediately?
Because I wanted to take you on the podcast. But
I hate this man.
So I figured out what it was. That theater that we were in, theater 5, it's the coldest theater there. So that just made it worse. We were just sitting in the seats. And we heard that. It was just a one bang, though.
No, we heard it multiple times.
We did not hear it multiple times.
Do not gaslight me.
This is what we heard. We heard it twice. Okay?
Yeah, that's already proving what you said false from earlier.
No, but because the first one wasn't even really a bang, that's why I'm not counting it. Because I figured out what it was.
What is it?
The door, the door stopper is backwards. So if it's open long enough, it's gonna close. Because it's not on the floor correctly. It's not.
But even after we left the theater,
the door was closed whenever we left.
Yeah, but after
we didn't even think about it.
After we left the theater and started listening around to what it was, we heard it again, but we heard it 3 times. It couldn't have closed 3 times.
We did not hear it 3 times.
Yes, we did.
When did we hear it 3 times?
When you were about to go into the office to get the key to take the trash out.
That was not.
Well, I heard it 3 times. Maybe I'm like a ghost medium or something.
Oh my god, the Ghost Whisperer is getting a new season, guys.
I actually love the Ghost Whisperer show.
I do too. I really liked it.
I like how you learned
hating ghosts.
I like how you learned how everybody died. There's this one episode where it's this little boy who's dead and he's super pissed off at everyone and you don't know why, and he's covered in blood and he looks really
he's like, man, I really thought ghosts weren't real. Now I am one.
No, he won't talk. He's one of the ones that won't talk and it's super scary. And you find out later that his dad ran him over with a lawnmower. Oof. And that stays with me every day.
What? The dad running over the kid with a lawnmower?
He didn't mean to, and then he kind of covered it up, lol. Oh. Well, he didn't cover it up. They went
He said your ass is grass. And I'm gonna mow it.
Your ass is grass. I guess you could say he got grounded.
My God.
That was not funny.
No, it wasn't.
Thank you. You're supposed to be like, no, Lacey, that was really good. I'm really proud of you.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Sometimes white lies are healthy. Like when I tell you looked good this morning.
Oh. No, I'm not gonna ever believe in ghosts. That's why I'm so excited to go out and look at these haunted places or these abandoned haunted places, so that I can walk around and piss off the ghosts. The ghost.
Get fuck ghosts.
We could do a mini series
about walking around a haunted place.
Yeah, let's just go to some abandoned place.
My heart.
You wouldn't be able to do it?
No, no. I mean, my heart.
Are you pussying out?
No, I'm not pussying out. I'm pussying in. No. I know a bunch of places that feel kind of spoopy. I hated that I said that.
Spoopy?
Oh, 2016. Coming back to haunt my ass.
We should go wind hunting. Sorry, we should go ghost hunting.
Not okay. Okay, so I know that you said because videos now are doctored and stuff, which they are. But did you ever see that show Ghost Hunters with that guy named Grant? They also own
I never watched a lot of it though.
They also own a plumbing company or something.
So they were always full of shit.
I liked that show. That was my family's show because it came on at Wednesdays at 7 o'clock. That's not why it was our show, but I remember when it came on. And those things look so real.
The ghosts?
Yeah, all of it. It's not that new.
That's how you know it's doctored, bro.
No. It's not that new shitty stuff that's beep once if you're here and you seek revenge, and then it doesn't beep for an hour and they have to edit everything out. It's genuine. I'm gonna have to show you an episode of it because it's literally gave me tingies. You gave me little tinglies. I watched one recently. I went back and watched one of the the old ones.
You didn't even answer me.
Because they have a new show I think called Paranormal Caught on Camera, and it's one of the old guys because one of them left. 2 guys were the hosts of that show, and one of them left, and I think one of them's still doing it. But the new show is absolute butt cheeks. It's not good.
It's ass.
Yeah.
Because they realized how corny their first.
No, the first one wasn't corny. It was really... They would stay there overnight. Even, ghost shows today don't have that kind of dedication. They stay, there for, an hour.
You know the Charleston Sanatorium?
What is that? What does that mean?
It's the Charleston Sanatorium.
I don't know what a sanatorium is, Reid.
It's like a mental hospital. I'm probably sure. But it was turned into a sanatorium, and then
Is it like closed?
it's in Charleston.
Is it closed?
Oh, is it closed? It's like
Yeah.
open to visitors and stuff.
Then how would we spend the night there?
Like no one wants to go in. People spend the night there like all the time.
So like, are there actual patients in there?
No.
That's what I meant by is it closed?
I see what
Reid.
you meant. No. No. It's like abandoned. It's like run down. There's like one floor that was called like the tuberculosis floor or whatever, or the TB floor. That's where all the tuberculosis patients went to die. It was like back when it was just uncurable. And people usually try to sleep on that floor.
Why would? Because they. Why do they want to sleep there?
It's spooky. Or as you like to call it.
Can we get?
Spooky.
I hate you. Can we get sleeping bags? So like it'll be representative of like where the tuberculosis in their lungs.
We can sleep on one of the hospital beds.
Oh. No.
There's actually one room where like a nurse hung herself.
You're making this up.
I'm not even joking you. Look it up. There's a room where she hung herself.
And you say
She
I
hung
don't
it
believe in ghosts.
I'm not believing in ghosts. I know she hung herself. But it doesn't mean like her spirit is still there. She's on the ground. But like she hung herself. This is why it makes it spooky though. She hung herself at that room, and then just above it is the roof. And
Okay.
a nurse like right above where that room is jumped off.
Same person.
No, it wasn't the same.
Spirit. Untamed. The movie. Spirit Untamed.
I'm so
About the
glad
horse.
I
The
didn't
sexy
watch that.
horse.
The horse didn't talk in the movie, right? That's what I was worried about. 'Cause I'm really,
I didn't see the new one that came out, but I saw the original one. That was just Spirit.
that's a good one.
And he doesn't like speak, but you hear his cognizance.
I'm fine with that. I'm just glad they don't speak. And it feels like that movie looked like the horses were gonna speak, and I didn't want to look at it.
You know that big party that came in? It was like a 7-year-old's birthday party, and they had like 20 people.
I was not there for that.
Well, I was their host
Oh,
because
really?
yeah, it was a birthday
Oh,
party.
I never heard about this.
So it was a host, and I had to step in there and like make sure that everything was working, and I got to see a clip of it, and I'm not gonna lie, I would watch it. It looked really good.
Bro, it looks like something off of like Disney Junior.
It looked good.
It literally
It
looked like
good. I liked it. I would watch it if I like.
It looked like an extension of Sophia the First.
Maybe that's why I liked it. Didn't Sophia the First had an animation like reboot?
I'm pretty sure their animation changed like halfway through like season 3. I need to stop because that means I know too
Sophia the
much.
First.
I know too much.
Well, you have little siblings.
I do.
So,
And my little sister would watch it all the time.
yeah, so
But
it's
now
fine
she
that
has
you
an
know
iPad,
that.
so she doesn't want to.
I've been thinking about getting an iPad
For what?
because I like.
What can an iPad do?
Gonna let me finish? Gonna let me finish? I like taking notes. Like I like writing notes down, but I can't keep up with notebooks at all. So I would like to have like one of those with like an Apple Pen.
You like writing? No?
Yeah, I like physically
Like, you don't like
with
typing
my
them?
hand. I'll type notes if I have to, and I like type essays if I have to, but I would much rather write stuff down.
Oh, I see. Then yeah, actually that is like one of the few like reasons I think I would get an iPad.
Mhm.
Or like just to draw with my hand. Because I hate doing that with like a mouse or anything.
I have if I could bang my head up against this mic, I would. I have a drawing tablet that can hook up to my computer, but I don't draw. I don't draw at all.
So you have a tablet but you don't draw?
Well, I used to draw. I used to think I used to think I was gonna be like, I was gonna be an
It's the
artist.
next big thing.
Yeah, I thought I was no. I thought I was gonna be like a cartoon, maybe like a comic book writer or something. Because I really like to write stories. In fact, writing stories is why I got into drawing, so I could draw my characters. But that didn't work because I suck ass at drawing. What? What are you reading?
I'm reading her notes over here.
Which one are you at?
I was like, always on. What's it called? His brain got X-rayed 1,000 times because the doctors.
No. Okay, so since this is our first time doing this, we didn't have any idea what to talk about. So I wrote down I would wait until 2:00 in the morning and I would write down just my brain garbage. And I started talking about Mythbusters. And Mythbusters has 17 seasons, by the way. That's way too long.
No, it doesn't. Really?
Mythbusters.
I thought it ended like so much earlier than that.
No. Like there's 17 seasons.
What?
And
I can't believe that.
There's a fun fact that I learned about Mythbusters while I found that out, but I forgot what it was. Oh, one of the hosts died.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, not on the show, but like,
Oh.
died in general. No,
Myth busted.
if you go to the Wikipedia on Mythbusters, they actually have a separate Wikipedia for like all the entries that has happened on it, and they're not majors. Like somebody cut their finger once, and like somebody like it's mostly like crew instead of cast.
Oh, okay.
But
do you think they would do like a Ghost Mythbusters episode where they try to contact a spirit?
I think they already have.
Really?
I think they have like.
Where they try to contact the host spirit.
Maybe not necessarily like a host spirit, but like try to talk to
I need to watch
ghost.
Mythbusters. I haven't watched that one episode. Never before seen Mythbusters.
Well, there's 17 of episodes, and there's about like
seasons. I thought
seasons. Sorry, there's like
that
there's like 20. There's like 10 to 20 episodes a season. There's 17 of them. You rather have 170 episodes or like 240 episodes?
It sounds nice. I've always been interested. I just don't have time.
I liked how the guy, I don't know his name, the guy with the goatee just looked pissed off all the time.
Breaking Bad.
Say my name. Heisenberg Jr. Heisenberg, but from Walmart.
We have Heisenberg at home.
But Mythbusters always used to come on. I don't remember if it was before or after 1,000 Ways to Die.
I don't. You know when I watched that show? So my parents hated like that specific network with like Mythbusters. That's probably why I watched it. But like Mythbusters and 1,000
The
Ways to
History Channel.
Die. Yeah, they hated it.
I loved
because they started talking about like ancient history and then, like they started talking about the universe and stuff. My mom and dad were like, "That doesn't fit our Christian values." But I'd only watch 1,000 Ways to Die in like the History Channel, like when they weren't home, or if
ASMR break.
or if like I went to my grandma's house. I love my grandma so much. R.I.P. grandma, but I loved her so much.
I love my grandma.
I'm not gonna get into that though. That'll make me cry.
Cry on the first episode.
But I'd watch 1,000 Ways to Die there, and there's like this back room where that's where like I'd always sleep when I like spent the night at her house, and she'd like set up a TV there for me and everything, and she'd bring me snacks.
I love your grandma.
Right? I thought she was like the nicest thing ever. She's like, "What you watching?" I'm like, "SpongeBob." While I watched someone like fall through a grate.
I really liked 1,000 Ways to Die. There's not 1,000 episodes, by the way. There's not even
there isn't?
close to 1,000 episodes.
I thought there was.
There's like 100 something.
Well, they cover like a few in one episode, don't they?
Yeah, they cover about 3 ways to die in each episode, but it depends.
So they should have like 333 episodes, but they don't, do they?
I don't know. But there's this one, and I was looking up facts about Mythbusters because I got like caught on the idea of Mythbusters for a while, and I very vividly remember a very similar thing happened to me where my grandparents wouldn't let me watch Mythbusters, but I would come to my dad's every now and then, like on a weekend or something, and I could watch whatever I wanted. I found porn on the TV one time, but I remember laying in his bed because he was at work, and I had the TV on, and I vividly remember with a 1,000 Ways to Die episode where a lady,
She did?
I guess she's like an escort or like a prostitute, and she's like on top of this guy, and this guy's like, "Oh yeah, I'm about to get some," and a chandelier falls on her while they're about to have sexy time. Yeah, and a chandelier falls on her, but that's not the end of it. She had a fake eyeball, so while he's underneath her and she's dying on top of him, her eyeball pops out and falls in his mouth. And I so vividly remember that episode. Like, unless I'm like more fucked up than I thought I was, and I came up with that. I looked for like an hour.
And
maybe and a half. I couldn't find it. There's a bunch that are similar, and while I was looking for that one, I actually found a good episode that I hadn't heard of. He was over my shoulder reading my notes and already saw this, but while I was looking for that one, I found one called Sex Ray, and it's about this guy who has I guess it's a tumor or something's going on inside his skull and his brain. So they take him in for an X-ray, and the doctor who's giving him his X-ray is notorious for sleeping with one of his nurses. And so he and his nurse go into, you know how they, run away to take the X-ray of you?
Yeah,
and
because
then come
they're
back?
okay with you being in the room with that much radiation, but not
beep, 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 beep. So they run into the room, and instead of, pressing the X-ray and then getting back to him and, yeah, you're good, no tumor or anything, they start fucking in the X-ray room while this guy has his head up against the X-ray, and they start fucking, and while they're fucking, her ass is up on the counter where the button is, and her ass keeps pushing the button over and over again. So this man dies of radiation.
Oh man, I get scared sometimes because some of those are like that, and I was like, I hope my grandma doesn't walk in while I'm watching. I remember 3. There's only 3 that I vividly remember. Have you ever seen the number 1 way to die?
I saw it while I was looking this up, but I don't think I've seen it on TV.
So the number 1 way to die that they have on number 1 is this couple, this Asian couple. They both have really bad heart problems, but they're super duper in love, and they wanna have sex with each other. And every single time they've tried, they've had to stop because they need to pace themselves. When they call the police or an ambulance. And
we were trying to fuck.
Yeah, that's literally it. So they sat down one night. They took a bunch of medicine to try to help, and they were like, "We're gonna try. We really are."
Oh my god.
And they both have heart attacks on top of each other.
Okay, don't think I'm weird, but that's kind of romantic. No, because it's not they didn't want to have sex just for the nutting. They wanted to have sex to feel close to each other. Yeah. So they're like, we're gonna die.
They thought they could do it.
Because sensuality and romanticism aren't the same as sexuality.
That's really deep.
Yeah, lol. Kind of quirky.
Another one I remember
fills that deep hole up with just dirt.
It was about a robber, and I can't even remember what he stole. I just remember how he died and how freaking funny it was. So he was being chased on foot by one cop down the road. They were recently doing road work on this road, but it was on the sewer below it. So they had the sewer grate open. And he was just running. I guess he didn't see it. He fell through. What made it funny was that when he fell through, he hit his tongue was out. He was and so it hit his front jaw, and it chopped his tongue off. His tongue laid on the road, and he fell down to the sewer.
That's badass.
I barely remember that because in the TV, showed the cop stopping. I was like, what? Isn't that tongue?
I don't know if this is 1,000 Ways to Die or another show, but there's this couple who's I don't know if they're in a hospital or somewhere else, but they want to have sex, so they go into a janitorial closet and they have sex in there, and then when they leave, they're walking out of whatever building they were in, and she's like, baby, my pussy hurts.
Really?
So she has to stop, and you see blood dribble down her leg, and she's like, you gotta look now, and she's got a dress on, and he's like, in front of all these bitches? All these people, we're just looking. Yeah. And she was like, no, look now, it feels like I'm giving birth. And so he just pops his head up on her dress, and he's like, he almost throws up.
What is it?
I don't know, I don't remember.
What? You used to leave that up for so much suspense and tension?
Okay, what I actually think is that they got product on his dick, and it got in her Think about that. Think about that.
One of the reasons why I don't do one of the reasons why I'm terrified of drugs.
One of the reasons I don't have sex.
One of the reasons why I'm terrified of drugs is from 1,000 Ways to Die. It made me terrified of edibles. So there was these I think it was 3 or 4 people having a party at this person's home while the parents was away. They were teenagers, and there was this new edible going around the neighborhood. And it's this little square piece that you put on your tongue. And you're supposed to dissolve.
That's acid.
Acid. Whatever. Acid. Whatever. I don't know.
That new edible.
So you're only supposed to put one, and they put a bunch.
And, oh
no. One of the big things that was going on at their house, that they loved at their house, was the pool that they had, and they were so off their rocker that they thought the pool still had water. Only one person ended up dying.
That's really high.
Yeah. So they only one person ended up dying because some of them were just like walking around like in the empty pool, like, oh, we're swimming, we're swimming. One decided to jump, and so he went to the diving board and he jumped like a belly flop, like and just slat.
Did they
It terrified me.
Did they immediately realize he was dead, or he was like, they were like, lol, nice splash?
Apparently, like the cops won't call for like another hour.
I would be okay. How much can I say without? I couldn't imagine like, okay, like at frats. Oh my gosh, I was watching this Snapchat story about like, frat like safety or whatever, because like all these guys like underage drinking. Like you have your bigs and you have your littles, like the older people and the younger people, but there's more littles than there are bigger people because the littles end up leaving eventually. So you've got a bunch of these underage kids with not enough bigs to watch out for them. So a lot of people like get way too drunk or like problems happen at frats.
Yeah.
And I saw this one where I guess this guy has an underlying heart condition or something, but he gets so drunk he literally dies at the frat. Like, and there's
like
security.
just out of like alcohol poisoning?
Yeah, it was alcohol poisoning. And they have security cameras at the frat, so you see this man who, in hindsight, you know is dead, laying on the floor, and his friends just going around him thinking that he's passed out, and like one of them kicks him, and they pick up his body and pretend like he's a puppet, and then they like put him on the table, and then someone's jumping on the table, and then they pour more alcohol in his mouth.
And they didn't know.
And they didn't know. And then when they checked for his pulse to see if he was alive, they were like, he's not alive. And then they didn't call the police because they were like, oh my God, we're going to get in trouble for underage drinking.
You're going to get in a lot more trouble than underage drinking, buddy.
But like, it was like knowing that guy was dead and they were like puppeteering his body.
That is, have you ever seen a dead body?
Yes.
Besides funerals?
Yes.
What?
I saw my grandpa die.
What? Did you tell me about this?
No. No, it wasn't like he was shot or anything. Like, he was on home care from hospice, and he was just like laying in his bed, and then he said something to my dad, and he was just like, poof.
He puffed away?
He was turned into ashes, but no, he was. I was actually upstairs when it happened. I was upstairs on the phone with my ex-girlfriend, and Missy, my stepmom, comes upstairs and like, you need to come downstairs, and she was crying. I was like, oh my God, what happened? So I go downstairs, and I'm like, why are we in Papa's room? And she was like, he's gone. So I've seen a dead person. I think that's the only dead person I've seen. No, that's a lie. I saw my grandma, his wife, die.
Oh. I don't know.
I think those are the only two dead bodies I've seen though, besides at funerals. But there's there's this unspoken tradition in my family on like both sides that we get cremated. So I guess I'm gonna get cremated, yeah, or get made into like a candle. You can do that now.
What? You can get made into a candle?
You can take your ashes and like make them into anything.
Whoa.
What would you make your ashes out of if you could?
I'd make it into an Xbox controller.
I hate you.
That would be cool, actually.
I thought about compressing mine and then making it into like a guitar pick, but that would be easy to lose. You can also make them into diamonds. Well, not diamonds, but like compressed gems and shit.
I'm gonna make it into like a ring and give it to like someone.
Me? I'm probably gonna die first.
You think so? Women are supposed to live longer. And I'm already older than you.
Do you know how much dumb shit I've done in my life? Like, if someone's gonna like die first, unless it's like natural causes. If it's natural causes, you're gonna probably die first. But if it's like doing stupid shit in the middle of the night, it's probably gonna be me.
Yeah.
Or like me 6 months ago.
What?
Me before I started working at the theater.
The theater.
I was doing some bad stuff before I got to work.
Actually, I'm gonna cover this and then we can preface the theater. So, I'm only gonna mention this once because I don't like talking about it. And I think I'm weird talking about it.
I'm listening.
I think I'm weird talking about it. I have like on my Reddit like homepage, I have like a bunch of subreddits I sub to. Like I have like Destiny 2 ones, and then I have like some other ones like about gaming or like just news in general. And I have a few where like every now and then they'll like post like a gruesome death. And I don't know why, but like I can't not watch it. I can't not watch it. And it still like freaks me the hell out when I do watch it. but I still like, okay, I'm ready for the next one. And so like I don't know how I'd react if I actually saw that though.
I used to watch this website where people would get absolutely fucked up, like die, like get shit on, die.
Yeah.
Like they're I won't say the name of it because it was shut down, and I don't know if it's like illegal or anything. But I don't think it was because I'm pretty sure I had to look it up once because I was terrified. And it was just like people dying, and there were categories, and like yeah, you could just watch that. It was monitored, uncensored, unmonitored. Literally, you could type in the name of the website without the .com, and it would like immediately take you to the URL.
Ugh, dude, the thing is like I hate talking about it because I feel so weird. Cause like sometimes like maybe it'll show like an accident video. And, like someone will comment a link to like the news article. I'll go to that news article and like read like what happened and stuff and I just reached like I'm like almost like anxious talking about it 'cause it's so like it's scary. It is scary.
I feel weird about that topic in a different way, in the way that like I've seen those videos and I've seen like I've seen some gruesome things in real life.
Really?
And that stuff, like watching the videos doesn't faze me, and that makes me feel bad. It's not that it doesn't faze me, but I'm not like
I'm gonna say never mind. No. I'll say one thing and I'm over with the subject. Okay. I'm done with the subject after this. Okay. There's like one where like this guy tried to. This is like a trigger warning, so I just want to preface that out there.
Trigger warning.
This is a trigger warning. So this guy tried to kill himself by putting a shotgun in his mouth. He pulled the trigger and it failed. So there's just a video of him like with like this mangled face.
I've seen that video.
You have?
Yes. I thought he actually died.
He does eventually, but like it didn't. It like took a while before he died.
Yeah, because
you see him breathing and stuff.
Yeah, I've seen that video.
Just talking about it.
I actually found that video on TikTok.
You found it on TikTok? What?
Yeah.
Wait.
A couple months ago, it was this like trend to put like and like Gore on TikTok with like without ever posting anything before, like empty profiles posting those kinds of things so kids would find them. There's also a trend going on as we're recording this where people will make their profile picture a very blurry dark picture of their penis.
Really?
Yeah. There's
bro,
also
what kind of For You page are you on, bro? I don't see any of this.
I don't find the actual videos. I find people calling them out.
Oh.
There's also you can make your profile picture a video, but the video will only show up when you go to that person's page. So if you comment something, it could be a picture that you chose, but then if they click on your profile and it takes them to your page, they can see a video that you chose.
And then that's like jump scare horror.
Some people would like have like black screens or like screens with acronyms saying like what that thing was, like CP for and like other things, and then if you clicked it, it would be like a video of that. And I found a couple call out pages on my For You page, and I was like, ooh. I didn't find any of them. Thank goodness.
Oh, that's like so weird. So we used to be coworkers, and we started talking about the podcast while we were coworkers. I just wanted to preface that we worked together.
We used to. That's how we met.
It is.
Sadly.
I was their manager.
Yeah, he was my manager. I was.
We can openly talk about it now.
His favorite employee.
As far as she knew.
No, I know Darren was your favorite. You and Darren are besties.
It was fun for a while. I still work there. I still work at my theater, and she.
I don't.
Is a deadbeat.
I don't because not only do I not want to work during school, but also. Besides Reid and like a couple of other coworkers, I won't say their name because I didn't like it. I liked dealing with the customers. I liked actually doing my job, and I liked Reid, and I liked some other people. But there was two things in particular that I just didn't like.
Yeah, I know both of them. I think I know one definitely.
Yeah, like they're definitely not people or anything.
One is people, right?
Both are people.
Oh,
but they're not.
They aren't people.
Actually, yeah, no, they're not people.
They're really not.
They're not people.
The way they act is not people like.
So, what do you think your favorite movie was, like, that you've seen at the theater? Because you've worked there for, like, what, 2 years? What's been, like, your favorite movie so far that you've seen at work?
Like I've seen it, like I had released at that theater.
Yeah.
Interstellar re-released back when we were starting to shut down, but I didn't get to see it, unfortunately.
I didn't work there for very long. I worked there for, like, what, 4 months? 3 months? 4 months? 3 months?
Something like that.
4 months? 3 months? I
Yeah.
thought I had another.
No, but something like that. I think you're right. Somewhere around that.
My favorite one was Old by M. Night Shyamalan. That shit was bussin'. Bussin'. That shit. No, it was good. I really like that movie. It's one of M. Night Shyamalan's shorter ones, but it really puts a psychological horror. I swear this is not sponsored. No, that movie is so good. I saw it with my ex-girlfriend, and we both cried at the end. And I don't cry. Well, I used to not cry. I'm doing some
And now she's a crybaby.
I'm doing a main character moment, and I'm trying to better myself. I have a fart. But it was quiet. It was quiet. I wanted to pick it up.
Our listeners will already know.
I
For our audio listeners, she tried to put her ass up to the mic.
I wanted to hear it. I don't remember what we were talking about before I tried to fart.
Old.
Oh, that movie.
You ever watch
so
Glass?
What the fuck is that?
That was also an M. Night Shyamalan movie.
I'm not. I don't.
Did you ever watch Split?
Yes, I like that
That's
movie.
the sequel to it.
I didn't know that.
The guy in it is like a main character.
I say M. Night Shyamalan when I talk about Old. It is directed by M. Night Shyamalan, but I say it to make it seem like I know a lot about him. So when I say that, when I'm getting really deep into a book or like a movie or a TV show, do not break my information that I've strewn out for you, because I won't know it. Because I've rehearsed what I was going to say to you to make me sound cool.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you not notice that what I said just now is what I say to every single customer when they try to watch an old movie?
No, I didn't.
It's one of M. Night Shyamalan's shorter ones, but it really puts a psychological horror. And me and my ex-girlfriend cried when we saw the end of it, and it's very good. And then if they ask for the summary, I'm like, it's this family who's having marital problems right now, and the kids are having to go through it. And then they go to a beach vacation, like trying to like work out their marriage and stuff, because the mom has an illness, and they get trapped on this island where they just age forever.
Have you watched like Avatar: The Last Airbender?
No.
Like you haven't? Like
No.
Aang, Katara,
No.
Sokka, all that. Why not?
No.
What?
I
was about to blow your mind.
only watch
about to blow your
niche animes.
I was literally about to blow your mind.
I only watch niche animes.
Well, you've heard how good it is, right?
Yeah.
Have you heard how bad the movie version was?
Yes.
The Last Airbender?
Yeah.
You know who that was directed by?
M. Night? Shyamalan, no!
Yeah.
Shyamalan, no!
Yeah.
Oh my god, that kind of makes me...
Bro, not only that, but like their names were like Aang, Sokka, and Zuko. In the movie, they mispronounced their names. So his name is Ong, and Sokka's name is like Sokka, and then Zuko's is Zuko, or something like that.
How'd they do that? How'd they mess it up that bad?
I don't know.
Maybe they were trying to put like an angsty twist on it.
And then they tried to change the lore, bro. So like the reason firebenders are so goddamn powerful is like unlike air or water or earth, you need that element there to bend it. With fire, you just can create it from the air. But
yeah, I don't like that.
I like it because it gives a reason as to why the Fire Nation took over.
So they could light stuff on fire?
No, I mean like it like gives like reason to how they were able to like pull it off, because they could just be anywhere and start fires.
Oh, so you're saying in the movie they had to have fire?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, that sucks.
Yeah. So then you're like, how did they take over if you could just like douse every flame in the room?
Oh, you can't
bring
do
some
that.
buckets.
They probably like the Mongolians took over everywhere and they lit shit on fire. You can light stuff on fire and then bend it.
Yeah, but like the like power to like not have to do that, just do it like right there, is so much better. Just because like if you wanted to like if they were fighting like the waterbenders or something, just trap them in a place without water. If you trap a firebender in a place without fire, they still do it. But unless you're in M. Night Shyamalan's Last Airbender, nope. In fact, we only see one instance of them bending fire.
A singular instinct.
Which breaks the immersion even more when only one firebender bends without fire.
Okay. Why can Aang bend all the elements?
He's the Avatar. He's the only one that can do that. He's the only one that can learn it.
Wasn't he frozen in like amber for a long time?
Ice. Doesn't he like reawaken Jurassic Park?
So is he the same person that he is when he's frozen and when he's not?
Yeah. So like,
why was he frozen?
so whenever the Avatar before him was Avatar Roku.
Roku. Isn't that the name of a streaming website?
It is. It's named like a TV website, like a TV company.
That's the only connection I can make.
He was. The last Avatar was Avatar Roku, and I want to say he was a firebender. Yeah, he was a firebender because he was friends with the Fire Lord at the time.
But wait, if he's an Avatar, he bends all of them.
Yeah, but like you're born into like a certain sect, so like every single time an
The
Avatar.
Netflix Avatar.
So like whenever the Avatar dies, it's gonna cycle to the next bender.
So it's 5. What Aang was born into air, wind.
Air, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why they killed off all the airbenders, because they didn't want the Avatar to rebirth.
Then how's he born?
He was born, but they thought they killed him because he shot himself with knives for 100 years. So they thought they just killed him.
So when he woke up, did he remember who he was?
Yeah, he did.
I thought the whole premise was that he didn't know how to bend.
Oh, he doesn't.
Shit.
He doesn't. You still have to learn that stuff. And like.
But he knows how to bend ice.
Air.
Then how'd he freeze himself?
Oh, right. Okay, so look. There's this. No, I promise. Okay, so look. After Avatar Roku died, they went out to killing all the airbenders. All of them. And obviously, like the title of the show, Aang was the last airbender. And he was being chased down, and he got caught in the middle of a storm. And if you're ever like in a life or death situation where like you're about to lose your life kind of danger, you can go into the Avatar state, where like all the past benders like before you, like their spirits help you. So like they take control of your body and they possess it and they try to use their bending to help you out, and it only works like a little bit. So in that moment, like his tattoos glowed and he froze himself because the avatars didn't want him to die. He was the last one.
Why does he have tattoos? Is that an Avatar thing, or is that like a him thing?
That's like an air nomad thing. Like all the air nomads have the tattoos. But again, in M. Night Shyamalan, they made it so that only the Avatar has those tattoos. It's weird. But when he unfroze, he didn't want to tell anyone he was the Avatar because he didn't want to be an Avatar.
So did they know that he was the Avatar when he was a baby?
Yep. Well, no, they didn't. They eventually like.
How did they figure it out?
I can't remember how they figured it out in the show. The way they fucking figured it out in the movie was, he said it. He was like, they placed 100 toys in front of me, and I picked the right 4. Which told me I was the Avatar.
That's so dumb.
And I was like,
that's so stupid.
Please, let this movie end.
That's so dumb.
They also covered an entire season in a movie, which shouldn't be possible. But in like the show, I can't remember how, but he was told as a kid that he was gonna be an Avatar. And as soon as like he was told that he was the Avatar, like all the other kids didn't want to play with him because they were like, he has an unfair advantage. He's gonna be better at air really soon. He's gonna be better at all these other elements really soon. So they didn't want to play with him or anything. So he didn't have any friends. So he eventually just ran away. And
that's why you like this movie. Hashtag relatable.
We're gonna take a break.
Speaking of waterbending, I have to piss.
We're gonna take a break.
No, for real. I'm about to there's pee in my eyeballs. I have to pee really bad. No, my bladder's so full that it's coming up through my body like a thermometer, and it's like, you know what? Never mind.
Okay, we're gonna take a really short break. Welcome back from our break, guys. I just wanted to tell you that I love all of you.
That's a lie.
And I actually do want to thank you guys if you've stuck around. Because we are
dumb shit.
If you've stuck around for this podcast.
Are you gonna thank me for sticking around?
No, because you have nothing better to do.
That is a lie. I have so much homework tonight.
You do, actually.
I have a quiz tomorrow. I have a test tomorrow. I have a project due tonight. I have an essay due tonight.
We are really close to the microphone for one reason and one reason only. Take it away, Lacey. I want you to know I voted against this.
My mouth is so dry from the crackers.
is wrong? What was that sniff? I'm so sorry, guys. I am like, you don't know.
No. Hush.
I'll put a timestamp in the video for when that's in. You're trying to burp?
Don't question art, Reid.
Bo Burnham was right when he said art is dead.
Don't look at me. Don't look at me.
Bro.
What?
You're spending this section of the podcast chewing food like a half an inch away from your mouth.
And what about it?
So, we're on Spotify.
Oh yeah, what are we on?
We're on Spotify, we're on iTunes, and we're on YouTube.
I'm glad you told me that, because I've been telling people different things.
What have you been telling them?
I don't remember, but it wasn't that.
Okay, we're going to be on Apple Podcasts, we're going to be on iTunes, we're going to be on Spotify, we're going to be on, I'm going to try to get us on anything that hosts podcasts. I know there's a few more. Like Fullscreen will host some podcasts. Well, they used to. I don't know if they do anymore.
It's expensive.
And eventually we want to get sponsors. So, if you're watching this, whether you're listening to it or you're watching it at home or in your office or on the way to work.
Don't point at
Or
them.
on the way to a funeral.
They don't like confrontation.
And you feel like,
On the
hey,
way to a funeral? Wait a minute.
and you feel like, hey, let me contact these guys because I want my company out there. Let us know. I won't bash it. She'll repeat your company's name in ASMR. She's not promising that, but I'm making her promise it now.
Okay, I will do that.
Pact. We gotta complete blood pact.
A black. We don't have anything to get blood out with.
We're gonna have to improvise.
We can do a spit pact. Ed and Jaeger.
You
can smell like a baka. Ed and Jaeger.
So, one of the things we wanted to preface was, I keep saying the word preface. I need to stop. Is we're going to do like a blood pact, quote unquote, for this podcast. What was the pact even about?
Reid and I both have abandonment issues. So
Wow.
we wanted to make this
Way to call us
deal
out.
that no matter what happened, like even if we get mad at each other one day or like something just personality wise doesn't work, that we won't stop this because we worked really hard. We worked really hard to even like record just like one thing, and we worked really hard to do this, so we don't want our emotions to get in the way of something that we already worked so hard for. That wouldn't be fair to the other one. That wouldn't be fair to ourselves.
I do want to add something else to it, though. I want to add the moment that this becomes fun, or this becomes not fun for either of us, we stop. Because I want us both to have fun.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Are we doing it right now?
How are we going to get blood?
I wouldn't do it. Wait. We can do it with spit.
I want to do it with blood.
How about let's do a spit pact in the meantime? So I made Reid go get some toilet paper from my bathroom.
Have you ever done a spit pact before?
A spit tank?
A spit pact, the thing that we're doing.
Oh, no. I've seen it in Flushed Away, though, when the rats do it.
you know, comparing us to the rats and Flushed
you know
Away?
you know the hot ginger rat and the rat that kind of looks like Tom Holland?
Oh my god, I know exactly what you're talking about after you say that.
That is cinematic gold. But anyway, we got toilet paper for whatever shit this is.
For us audio listeners.
So.
I'm flipping off Lacey.
Alright, are you ready?
Okay.
We have to spit
I know.
in our
I'm
hands.
gonna go. Don't do that! Why would you do that?
Pussy! It squished! It made a squishy noise!
But it's on camera. Stop making it squish more. I'm so glad they don't really get... No, I'm not allowing that. Well...
Oh, it's squishy.
This is...
I should have taken my ring off. That's my graduation ring.
I think that's going to be it for our first episode. I think we did really well considering how new we are to it.
All right, I'll let you think that.
Oh, wow. Okay. Where do you think they can find us?
They can find us on Spotify, iTunes, and for our special viewers on YouTube, you get Reid's OnlyFans. I'm kidding.
Oh, wow.
We actually have our video podcast up there, so you can see our glorious faces.
Yes, and if all goes well, we're going to get sponsorships and ads as much as we can, as well as new episodes every 2 weeks. But I think we'll just end it here and say we'll see you guys next time.